Marvel Studios wants Dwayne Johnson to portray Apocalypse in the MCU. All yours, my brother.
So I think The Rock could knock it out of the park as Apocalypse. As a matter of fact, I think he's perfect for Apocalypse. I think he would help sell tickets to an X-Men movie should he play Apocalypse. However, with a lot of the things that he does behind the scenes, if he were to join Marvel, they better get that man in line. He does not get to, show up late and the drama and choose who's in the movie and all of that. If you're going to come to Marvel, leave that stuff at the door and you come and you be a team player. Okay. And if he could do that, I'm happy for him to be in the MCU, but the MCU cannot afford that petty BS right now. And I hate to say it, but the Fast and the Furious franchise for such a long time was on fire, and the wheels started spinning out, no pun intended. And a lot of that had to do with Vin Diesel and Justin Lin, but I think a lot of it had to do with The Rock also. And that kind of personality could be like a cancer for the type of operation that Kevin Feige is running.
Okay. Really quick before I tell my opinion. All of The Rock's roles are the same. So was Vin Diesel. The Rock being a team player, LOL, the guy almost took Cody Rhodes WrestleMania main event when he hasn't wrestled, but that was never the plan. The Rock was supposed to play the heel. That's the point. And I would argue what The Rock did in that WrestleMania run is some of the best acting I've seen in my life from The Rock, by the way. The whole point of him taking Cody Rhodes' role was the point of him playing the heel, of being the one that can get anything he wants. Like that was the whole point of The Rock. But okay, so let's talk about The Rock. The Rock has already been signed to Disney for a long time, right? Now, if you guys don't know, The Rock is working on Moana. If you guys don't know, Moana is one of the biggest kid movies out. Okay, he's working on an animated and they're doing a live action. He did Jungle Cruise, which was a really good movie with Emily Blunt. I love that movie. Like, really good movie for kids. And I think that The Rock has never been in a stable he's never been in a film with a stable studio. I don't classify Fast and Furious as a stable studio. They put out bangers.
Bro, you're talking about Universal.
Hold on. Let me cook. Because when I say a stable studio, I'm not talking about Universal. I'm talking about more of Marvel Studios. Like, Kevin Feige is the boss, okay? He's the head honcho. He's Suge Knight, okay? And when The Rock comes in, I'm pretty sure there has to be a conversation like, bro, like, there's nothing you can do, And if he's coming into a movie like X-Men, I'm pretty sure that it should be in the open that he's not going to take all of the screen time, because that's just not going to be possible when you have characters like a Cyclops or Wolverine, and etc. And honestly, I think that putting The Rock in X-Men with such a vast cast, but I also think we can see some of the best acting coming from him as Apocalypse, because Apocalypse is a very poetic character as well. He's like, I was really just looking at some Apocalypse comics, just trying to gear up for our pod. You know what I mean? Just seeing some stuff he said, and you probably agree. Some of his lines are, bro, they're very like poetic. You know what I mean? So, and I really think that this can bring out a different side of The Rock that we haven't seen. And so yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. But it all depends on, there has to be a boundary that's set there. And I don't think that The Rock is all bad, because everybody's just been trashing Rock. Like, the guy is consistently putting out films and movies. He's always putting work. I mean, he's doing his thing. So I'm not here to, shame The Rock, but I think he'll be a really good Apocalypse, bro.
Neither am I. And, I have been a fan of The Rock since Stevie was eating Lucky Charms.
Dude,
All
I miss
right.
those. I miss me some Lucky Charms.
Yeah, Lucky Charms are good. Not my favorite cereal. My favorite was actually Captain Crunch, but I haven't had that in a long time.
Underrated
Anyway,
cereal.
I think it's the best one. But regardless, I think The Rock is like, you get to what's that line? They say once you get to the top, the only direction is down. And I kind of think that's what's going on with The Rock right now. I don't think he's the only actor that plays those games and, is a little demanding. But regardless, he's the actor that people are talking about coming to the MCU. He has a bad reputation when it comes to that kind of thing. And Marvel can't afford that right now. So it's like, yes, I think he would crush it as Apocalypse. And I do think The Rock playing Apocalypse could be like actually the best thing for him, because he is in a place where the only direction for him to go is down. However, if he plays Apocalypse, with I think is like the perfect role for him, he would break the ceiling to the next level. I think that he would start taking on roles as like a supervillain. Like I think that would open up the door for him to be a villain like that in the DCU or Star Wars and these franchises that you get to hear us talk about on Superhero Cuts podcast. But they have to kind of lay down the law with him from the jump if they're going to bring him on, because they just can't afford that kind of nonsense right now.